And with your spirit.
A proclamation from the Holy Gospel according to Matthew.
Glory to you, O Lord.
The 11 disciples of Jesus went to Galilee, to the mountain to which Jesus had ordered them. When they saw him, they worshipped, but some doubted. Then Jesus approached and said to them, "All power in heaven and on earth has been given to me. Go, therefore, and make disciples of all nations, baptizing them in the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit, teaching them to observe all that I have commanded you. And behold, I am with you always, until the end of the age." And dear friends, the Gospel of the Lord.
Praise to you, Lord Jesus Christ.
Today, the Universal Church celebrates the Mission Sunday, which reminds us that the Church exists to evangelize, to bring the good news to the world. And whenever we talk about mission and spreading the gospel, several ideas might come to our minds. We may think of the missionaries who go to other countries to build up the churches there. We may also think that missionaries are usually priests or religious or some specially chosen lay people, because speaking the gospel is a serious thing and not everyone can do it. We may also think that our task is to pray for these missionaries and also to give them some financial support. Today's celebration of Mission Sunday reminds us that we have an important role in the spreading of the gospel. Jesus in our gospel today says, "Go, therefore, and make disciples of all nations, teaching them to observe all that I have commanded you." But that is not just the word of the apostles, missionaries, priests, religious, and selected few parishioners. Please ask me why. I want to ask me why. It is because each and every one of us has a task in the spreading of the gospel. There is a story about a good-looking priest like me. A priest who was going around planting small fruit trees. Some asked him when the trees would bear fruit. The priest replied, "Probably many years after I am gone from this earth." So then, why plant trees when you won't be around to enjoy the fruits? The priest said, "When I came into this world, I didn't find this world without any fruit trees. I enjoyed the fruits. Now, I plant these fruit trees for those who will come after me, just as those who have done before me." Sisters and brothers, These are very profound words of the truth. I plant these fruit trees for those who will come after me, just as those who have done before me. This can help us understand deeply our faith and mission. The faith that we have been built upon and handed down to us by an earlier generation of believers. And what we have received, we too must build it up and hand it over to the next generation. Sisters and brothers, God has endowed each and every one of us with certain talents and skills or gifts. He gave these gifts to us, and He expects us, He requires us to use them to serve Him, to serve our brothers and sisters. Many people around the world are in difficult situations, facing the challenges brought by the COVID-19 pandemic. But despite all this, Pope Francis said the missionary journey of the church continues. And God calls us to take part in the mission of the church in the world amidst the global crisis that we are experiencing. He wants from us such generous and convincing response of the prophet Isaiah, chapter 6, verse 8, which says, "Here am I, send me." Remember, Isaiah chapter 6, verse 8, which says,
Here I am, send me.
"Here am I, send me." Today's World Mission Sunday gives us an opportunity to participate actively in the mission of Jesus in His church, to promote the kingdom of God here and now, by using those gifts our gracious God has given us. Let's reflect on those gifts we have received from God, and how best they might be used in the service of our brothers and sisters. For sure, God has given them to us to be used, especially in building up His kingdom. Therefore, let us always take any opportunity to utilize them. Please ask me why. It is because this is the ministry God calls us to do. We are never too young and not too old to do God's work. In this time of pandemic, let us help to show that God exists, that God is very much alive, that God's love can comfort us. I do always believe that the world without God can become a dark and dangerous world. Can you please tell your friend on the right, friend, a world without God is dangerous. And please tell your friend,
You are dangerous.
Your face is more dangerous. Yes, a world without God can become dark and dangerous. So Mission Sunday reminds each of us that we have a task and a responsibility. We have to continue planting trees of faith that will bear fruits of God's truth and love. And we have to start planting these trees of faith in our homes, in our lives, in our workplace, in our own family. Please ask me why. It is because our world needs to know God. Everyone needs God. Everyone needs to feel God's love. And we are the ones to show it to the world, to show it to our brothers and sisters. God has called us to that mission. And our response should be the Isaiah chapter 6, verse 8, which says,
Here I am, Lord, send me.
Amen.
Please all rise for